Hey guys, Cubehamster here with a new video slash old video. Behind you, you see something that's possibly familiar, and judging by the title, you kind of know why you're here already. Yeah, I have the Atlas Mech here, and it's a very old design that I did a tutorial on. But my tutorial has recently been getting a lot more attention. And that's mainly because PlayStation and Xbox users finally, yes, I say finally, have got functional slime block, so like functional slime blocks in their console editions. So first of all, I would like to welcome all you guys from Xbox and PlayStation, and possibly at some point Wii U as well, to my channel. And I'd like to also welcome you to the modern era, where Slimeblocks will revolutionize your redstone builds. Now, there's a reason I'm redoing this tutorial. A lot of people were, very happy with the tutorial and got their design to work. Let me just show you that this thing actually, does stuff. Yoink. So as like cockpit and walks, and like in the original tutorial video, it had like weapons and stuff as well. But the reason I'm doing another video on this thing is because there was also a lot of people, like very vocal people, that were, frustrated and angry at me because their design didn't work. Now, like, I know the design works. You can see it in the video right in front of you that this is a functioning thing, like you see it walking. But there's a like, with the amount of people like commenting that it doesn't work, I feel like the tutorial could possibly have been better. So that's why I'm doing this video. Like, I want good quality tutorials on my channel, and yeah, I think that this is something that a lot of people can actually, physically build in survival, and it's really cool. So I want to redo the tutorial, and let's actually quickly stop it. You can actually like sit in the boat as this goes, but you stop it by placing a redstone torch there after it moved forward. But yeah, what I basically want to do is I have like put a lot of time into this tutorial and laid out all the steps, and actually like as far as you can color code with like Slimeblocks, added a bit of color to the design as well. And I want to guide you guys that are interested in this through the tutorial, so that you actually end up with a functioning Atlas mech suit. And the weapons, for the weapons, I will just redirect you to the previous tutorial, because there was no complaints about the weapons not working properly. But yeah, guys, so if you're interested in it, then stay tuned, and I will take you step by step into like through the build process, so you can end up with the cool robot goodness in the end. Okay, so before we get started, it is a good idea to have like a general area where you're building your design, and I've laid up like a little grid on the floor that is 8 by 11, and that will just make it easier for me to like show where blocks go in relation to each other. So what I want to start out with step 1 is like make the footprint where the feet are, and then already like add the legs on top of that. So go 3 high, and then 3 high here as well. Then we have a sticky piston facing down. It's going to be able to, retract the legs and stuff. We put a redstone block in front of it, already extending it. And then what we want to do is we want to put a redstone block there and there. And there you go, that's the legs, step 1. As for step 2, what we'll be doing is we'll be adding the like forward motion and upper legs of the robot. So we get like a general arc, and then we need to get a normal piston facing forward like that, and then we'll do the same on the other side. And place one there. And then what we'll do is we'll add more slime blocks like so, and a piston forward, and that's basically going to be eventually hooked up to the engine. So we did a thing that will push forward the legs and also like retract them, push forward, push down, retract, push forward, push down, and that's basically how the cycle will continue. Okay, next up, step 3, we're gonna start actually already building up a part of the engine that will, push the design forward. The design actually has like a sort of a circle going on. circular engine. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up on like both the pistons here and place redstone blocks like so. And then we go like to the inner area. And now what we want to do is we need to actually have a non-movable block. I'm going to use obsidian because it's visually easier to see, but if you don't want to mess up your pickaxe in survival, I recommend using a furnace instead of obsidian. Basically, not mess up the duration of your pickaxes that much. The reason I'm using obsidian is because we'll end up placing a sticky piston there, and we don't want it to extend. And obsidian is a non-movable block, so that allows us to just place it without any issue. And the goal is like we'll end up with lots more obsidian in the build, and then like when we're finally done, we'll remove it. And the reason we're adding this obsidian is so that you don't accidentally completely mess up your design as you're building it. So it's just a safety precaution. The thing we built, by the way, here is called like a caterpillar. And if you're interested in like doing stuff like this yourself, I highly recommend checking out my ultimate slime block tutorial series, which will be in the description as well. Step 4. I'm not even sure how many steps there are at the moment, but what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to make another caterpillar engine. And this is like part of the sort of loop that's going on. We'll place another obsidian block here, and then we'll put a redstone block below there and there, like so. Step 5. Well, we have 3 caterpillar engines now. There's in total 4 in the design, so we'll place down the 4th one. And this is actually the one that sort of controls the start and stop part of the engine. What you basically get is you have a torch, and whenever it's stationary, the torch will be there, and whenever you remove the torch, you start the design. And after the slime block I'm looking at right now moves forward, you can stop it again by placing the torch down. What we'll basically get is sort of a powered caterpillar. Like that. Okay, step 6. What we need is, seeing as I sort of like color coded it a little bit, is I'm going to get some hardened clay. You can use whatever you want, obviously. Just like as long as it's a movable block, you should be good. And what we'll do now is we'll actually make the engine so that the legs and the engine already work. We'll put clay here on like these 4 spots, like so. And then we'll put 2 slime blocks like this. Now, technically, we could test the design now. In survival, it's tricky though, because it's it's hard to stop. So I kind of maybe recommend not doing it. But I think I'm going to show it off, and I'll just move it back later. So the way this would work now, if we remove the obsidian blocks and we remove the torch, this will already start walking. And if you want to stop it, just place a redstone torch after it has moved forward. Step 7. If you decided to test out the design, like the walking animation, and you've managed to stop it somehow, then I highly recommend you jam up the caterpillars that are part of the engine again with obsidian or furnaces or any other non-movable block. And then once you've done that, I'm going to get some more hardened clay, because color coding sort of. Put one there, and then we'll have another caterpillar here that we will also jam using obsidian. And we'll go to the side, redstone blocks there, and then on the other side we will basically just mirror the design. So we grab another sticky piston, like so, obsidian to make sure nothing bad happens, and 2 redstone blocks like that. There you go. Step 8. These are, sort of the shoulders, and we're going to add some arms to this thing now. And eventually you can, hook up weapons and stuff to this. You can maybe design your own, or alternatively you could switch to the original tutorial where I show you how to build a mini missile launcher and like a sort of an auto cannon. But those are basically the 2 arms. Step 9. let's see, we're gonna get more hardened clay and add some more caterpillars, because you can never have enough caterpillars on your design, which we will also jam, obviously, using obsidian. And these are just very handy, like you can just hook up a whole bunch of stuff together. And again, like if you're interested in knowing exactly the mechanics, go check out the Ultimate Slimeblock tutorial series. But we basically just mirror this and then we finish step 9. Step 10. So like this is actually starting to look like a proper mech at this point. What we're going to work on now is we're going to work towards the cockpit, where we'll eventually have a boat that we can man. And what we want to do is we want to hook up slime blocks to the side there, go up, and then go around the corner like so. And then at the back we go down on the left with a slime block, and then we'll get some more colored blocks. And we place white stained clay there, white stained clay there. It doesn't have to be white stained clay, but whatever. And I will immediately do step 11 now as well, which is basically piston there, and then I'm gonna get some like fancy quartz there and there. Step 11. Step 12. So like now we get to the actual sort of cockpit part. You guys already see that there's, you know, glass in the design as well, but that glass needs supporting, and for that supporting we use slime blocks. So what you get is you get like a little staircase, air gap between the piston, and we do that here as well. Then we put a redstone block up here, and that's gonna actually, even though it's 2 blocks up, power the piston. That's basically how block update detectors work. And then we have a slime block there and a slime block there. Okay, step 13. You can obviously choose whatever color you want, but we'll be adding the stained glass right now. I'm gonna go with orange because that's, you know, I'm Dutch, it makes sense. And what you'll do is you'll place, basically all the glass we're placing is connected to, you know, a slime block so that it doesn't fall off. And you end up with this beautiful looking design. We're not done yet though, but that was step 13. Step 14, this is just literally to make it more fancy. This is totally unnecessary, but like it looks kind of cool. I'm gonna grab a redstone lamp, because if you put like redstone lamps near these caterpillars, the light will actually flash on and off as it's moving, which I think is really cool. So you put one there, you can put one there, you can also put one here, and then you can have, you know, whatever color block you want at the front. Like all the colored blocks can literally be whatever color you want. All the stained glass can be whatever color you want. But that's just step 14, make it a little bit more fancy. And then the final step is you need to get yourself a boat. And we put the boat here on the slime block. And then we will get rid of all the obsidian blocks. Each and every one of them has to go away. And make sure you don't accidentally break like the wrong blocks. It can happen. So removed, oh, and I messed up my boat. Removed all that stuff. I'm actually gonna reverse place the boat. That's better, like place the boat backwards. Because then when I click the boat, I'll be at the front near the torch. I will knock out the torch. And I will be moving. I can't really see myself. There we go. Yeah, it's very loud. Robots are very loud. But when this thing in front of me moves forward, like the slime block I'm looking at right now, at that point, so when it moves forward and you place a redstone torch, that's when it stops. If you want to get out, you just press shift, and then you can, you know, get out the back, and you have yourself a mech. So I'm actually going to start it up again because it looks really, really cool. It's very, very loud. Earplugs are not included, but yeah, the Atlas mech suit. As for the weapons, I will link you to the previous tutorial because I think that the like construction of the weapons in that video was fine. So there's like an annotation right now and a link in the description to the exact point in time in that other video. Please, like, if you got this to work, like, I really appreciate it if you would comment about it, and if there's any issues, obviously, feel free to put something in the comment as well. Before the video ends, I would just like to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters or Patreon supporters that have supported me for an extended period of time. It's because of them that videos like these, like long tutorials and stuff, are made possible. Videos that normally don't get a lot of views. So like I really appreciate the support. It's because of them, like partially because of them, that I can do this full time. So if you wish to support me as well and like support my endeavors in world domination with robots, then you can click the Become My Patron on Patreon button in the video annotations, or you can click Support Me in the video description. And in addition to helping me out, you'll get benefits. Like cool stuff and events that you can join. So yeah, I appreciate all the support. If you don't want to be a patron, be sure to hit the like button on the video. That also helps out a ton. And I will see you all later. Bye bye.